Before diving in deeper, I will quickly go over the agenda. We'll start with having about a 20-minute presentation about the team behind New Jersey Base and going over the programming and the application timeline. Afterwards, we'll have time for the Q&A session. For this Q&A session specifically, if you are able to add your questions in the chat, that would be amazing. We will go through the questions in the chat and answer them accordingly as well. So please, if you have any questions during the presentation or after, drop your questions in the chat. Before diving in as well, I also wanted to share that the deadline for the applications is June 15th at 5 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. In case you have to drop off, I'm just going to share the link here as well. So please make sure that you look at the website. And if you're interested, you can apply here on our website. So great. I'll start off with the team behind New Jersey Base. So Anna is here on the line as well. Anna, if you want to quickly share a couple of minutes of your background and what brought you to SOSA and New Jersey Base.
Hey everyone, welcome. I'm very excited to meet you all, hopefully in person one day. I'm Anna, I'm the associate partner here at SOSA. I'm leading all operations in the US, and I come from a venture capital background, investing into early stage and also growth stage companies. Mostly leading the rounds and mostly around cybersecurity, IT, AI, ML infrastructure, and fintech, doing some robotics a little bit and doing some healthcare a little bit, and also M&A background. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you so much, Anna. And then quickly, 2 words about my background. I started working in economic development. I'm originally from Belgium, so I help Belgian companies enter the US market and the same for US companies entering the Belgian markets. Afterwards, I ran an early stage accelerator operations here in New York City, and now I am working as a program manager at New Jersey Base, doing everything 0 to 1. So I see a couple of people here who've already applied, some people who are thinking of applying. So you'll definitely hear about me a little bit more later as well. So let me start talking a little bit more about New Jersey Base itself and the partners behind it. So New Jersey Base is operated by SOSA. SOSA is a global innovation company. We are very focused on the US market entry programs here in New York City. We've helped over 400 individual companies with their US market expansion plans, and we've also ran over 45 accelerator programs here in New York. We are a very diverse company with headquarters in Tel Aviv, but also offices in Sao Paulo, Brazil, Singapore, and a lot of individual people all throughout Europe as well, and a lot of local partners that we've partnered with in the past through Latin America, Europe, Asia, etc. So we're a very, very global company and very specialized in these US market entry programs. And then New Jersey Base is operated and under the New Jersey Economic Development Authority. The New Jersey Economic Development Authority is the states of New Jersey, their economic development arm. So they focus really on getting the companies set up in New Jersey, make it a very viable city as well. So they very much focus on economic development in their specific states. New Jersey itself has a lot of programs. So they have a very diverse set of programs focused on helping companies, founders, etc. In their states. But this is the first program focused on international companies and attracting them to New Jersey and really providing this soft landing platform. So we're very happy to partner with them and to make this an international launchpad for all global companies. So quickly touching upon why New Jersey and why now. So New Jersey has a lot of these programs, as mentioned before. They're very focused on generating economic development, job creation in their states. And what has happened as well is that New Jersey is a very, very educated state, which made for a lot of great workforce, a lot of talent in New Jersey. They're also just very well connected. They have an amazing port, they have an amazing airport here as well. And it's also just an overall very, very diverse states. So people come from all throughout the world. You'll see as well, like the World Cup is hosted in New Jersey. You'll see different fan festivals. There's a big Brazilian community, a big Portuguese community here in New Jersey. So it's a very diverse place to be and state to be in. And as a business owner, or as a company that's thinking about expansion, you will find all the talent that you need right here in New Jersey. So that is definitely a very big part on why this specific program is happening here today. So now I wanted to talk a little bit more about the location of New Jersey itself. So I know here you can see the US map. So this is the overall US map. If you zoom in, you will find the state of New Jersey. You can see that the New Jersey itself is on the East Coast, very close by New York City itself as well. And then in the state itself, here in the middle map, we have made an overview of all different initiatives that you can find to see that it's a very diverse state with a lot of amazing initiatives, and all of these initiatives will come together in New Jersey base focused. New Jersey base itself is located in Jersey City, which is the third map here. So just quickly to give an overall overview here, Jersey City is right next to New York City. So Jersey City, the office itself is actually located between two PATH stations, so very connected. A PATH station is the subway system of New Jersey. So it's very well connected. It's very close to the airport here as well. And within 20 minutes, you're in the center of, in the heart of Manhattan, which is a very, very big added value for if you have client meetings, if you think about fundraising, you can quickly just go in and out, have those meetings set, have potential clients and investors, go to a lot of events in Manhattan, but then at the end of the day, you can come back, be in Jersey City, which has amazing office space, has a lot of financial benefits as well to be located there. So that is also why Jersey City specifically was chosen to be the location of this program. And then, yeah, I'd love to start talking a little bit more about the program itself. So I want to introduce New Jersey Base itself as the program here. New Jersey Base is a program of 6 months. So our aim is to start around early autumn, and we'll host companies 6 months up to 1 year. The program itself will be a 6-month program with mentor meetings, programming, structures, etc., which I will cover later. But you're actually able to access the space for up to 1 year if you get accepted into the program. So there's a very, very big benefit here that after 6 months, you can still have subsidized office space here. And we are aiming to have 12 to 20 companies in the cohort, space permitting. We have a certain amount of seating. So based on the amount of companies that will join, the amount of employees that they will bring, we can have more than 12 companies access the space as well. So that is a little bit more about New Jersey Base. It is very much focused on a soft landing. It's very much a soft landing program. We focus on the strategic selection. We look at the key industries that are already available in New Jersey, like pharma companies. There are a lot of pharma companies present. There are technology companies. There is a little bit of everything present. So we definitely take that as part of the considerations. And then our focus is also to integrate you with the local ecosystem. So that is a very big part here of the program. Now, I want to pause for a second and talk about who should apply for New Jersey base. We are actively looking for scale-up companies in these key sectors. The sectors can be broader than this, but we definitely look at the strength that New Jersey already has. So New Jersey is very well known for technology in general, clean energy companies, life science companies, etc. We're really looking to these sectors specifically to make sure we connect you with the right partners in New Jersey and to be able to have the best results as possible from you entering this program. But New Jersey itself is New Jersey base itself accepts all kind of sectors as well. We are a sector agnostic program in general, but these are definitely companies that we can help the most here in New Jersey. And then also we've had a lot of questions about the stage of the companies. So we are really looking at that later stage company, which means that in your market, you're already revenue generating, you already have a product available, and you're ready to really make that next step. You're ready to make those investments. You're financially ready to open up an office, to take that step into the US. That is exactly the companies that we're looking for. And one thing to highlight as well is that we're looking for companies who do not yet have an HQ in the US. So if your HQ is in another country, but for example, you're registered in Delaware C, that is totally fine. You can still apply as long as your headquarters is outside of the US. So that is a very important part here for the application. And then I wanted to mention again that the application deadline is June 15th. So the earlier you apply, like the better. And then, yes, once those applications are open, we'll talk about the process more in detail later on. So here we quickly talk about the application process itself. So great, you see your fit. Now you applied, you submitted your application. SOSA on our end, we will be reviewing and reading the scoring. We will really focus if you're the right fit for New Jersey base, and just make sure that just wanted to mention as well that we have a very detailed scoring system on our end. This is very much our specialty, to do this due diligence, to do this research, and we score every company the same way. So it's very straightforward for some of them that already have applied. You'll see as well, like, we want to know your traction, we want to know your team, who will join, etc. So the application itself is very straightforward. Our scoring is same for every company as well. And if we see that you could potentially be a good fit, we'll invite you to do an intro interview. This is a very straightforward interview as well. We'll just quickly check that everything that you've mentioned in your application is correct and is correct and is the truth, let's say. And then afterwards, once you are invited to join us for New Jersey base, we will ask you for your corporation documents, and also for your taxation setting up in New Jersey. But that is only at the end of this whole application process. So that is not for submitting your application. That is once you are accepted into the program, preliminary accepted into the program, only then we'll ask for these additional documents. So that is not something to worry about right now, but it is something that you have to actively think about. So that is a little bit more about the application process. For the people who joined recently, if you have any questions, please upload them to the Q&A here, to the Q&A chat here. And after the presentation ends, we'll go through the questions and we'll answer your questions on a basis, because it might be relevant for everybody here. And now I wanted to talk a little bit more about the office itself. So you will get subsidized office space. Honestly, in this office, you will get everything that you need. There's a boardroom that you can block off of for bigger meetings. We have 2 different boardrooms. We'll have everything available for your use: printer, coffee, water, anything you might need. And every company will also have a dedicated seating assignment. And you can be there with up to 3 people as well as part of the program. Now, what to actually expect of the program? This is a very, very um, big moment that I wanted to share with you all as well. So you have an idea what you actually get out of this. This is so much more than a co-working space. You'll get your office, but you'll also get active programming, and you'll be in a cohort filled with other people like yourself that are learning a lot of things, that are going through the same things that you are going through. So it's so much more than a cohort. And we also have programming related to it. We really want to focus here on helping you where you need help most. So in the beginning, we'll quickly talk about legal, HR, and taxation. But also more topics as well as we go through it, to just make sure that you're all set up. If you're thinking about hiring as well, we'll connect you to the right people. We are really focused here on making sure that you don't make the same mistake that everybody makes when they come to the US. It's very, very expensive to come to the US. So we try to just make a soft landing here to make sure you're taking all the steps needed to be as successful as possible. Then the second month, we'll go over to go-to-markets, focus on, okay, your product might be perfectly working in your home country, your clients that you already have in your home country, but now you come to the US, it's a different business culture, it might be a different language as well. So that's just thinking about the messaging. How do you get to your customers in the best way possible? So that is a very big part of our programming here. Afterwards, we'll continue talking more about investments. We'll help you get fundraise ready. This means that we'll help you with your pitches, your decks, your due diligence materials, everything that a US investor might want to see. We'll help you with that in month 3. And afterwards, we'll continue the series with your growth strategy. Now you might already know a little bit more about the cultural differences, what it takes to like what you might potentially have had to change of your positioning. And growth strategy is very much focused how to get to your customers faster. And then afterwards, we'll talk more about the next step. What comes after the programming? Your US, New Jersey expansion. Is your team growing? Do you need more space? We'll also cover additional grants, etc., and other support vehicles that are already available in New Jersey for the companies that are present there. And then we'll end with our demo day presentation for the demo day. Now, I really wanted to highlight something that is very important here in the US in general, but also in New Jersey, is just those in-person events. And we incorporated those in-person events in our programming here. So that will say in the beginning of the program, we have a very big event called Launch Event. Well, we invite our whole ecosystem, and we'll make sure that you get exposed, you have a first touch, you meet people, because that is really how business is done here, is relationship building. So we really provide those atmospheres for you to be as successful as possible. As well, we'll have a demo day towards the end for the same reason, to really showcase what you've learned, make those introductions, and then we'll have some in-person events around once a month as well. So it's a very, very diverse programming. In addition to those events, we will also have lead mentor meetings. So you will get paired with a US market entry expert, someone who has been in your shoes before, and you'll meet with them throughout the program to make sure that you're still on the right path, that you're not losing your time in the wrong direction. So they really help you make sure you're hitting your KPIs. Yeah, that's also a very important part here. And then we'll do some site visit as well. And one key aspect is also our office hours. Our office hours will be together with our mentors as well. So our office hours are individual office hours that you can ask for if you need specific help. So let's say you start the program, you've already been incorporated, and you need specific help with hiring. Okay, we'll connect you one-on-one with a person. They might come in person, or you can connect virtually with them as well. And they can help you with very personalized guidance in every step of the way. We have the same for fundraising, for example. If you need additional help for your pitch deck, all of those things, we have experts in every part of the series that can help you really where you need to help most. And that is a very big theme here, because we are looking for later stage companies already. So we really want to help you where you need help most in this programming. Now, I wanted to double click on the key events as well. Key events is a big part of our programming the next 6 months. Some key events that I wanted to highlight again is really our launch event, a lead mentorship meeting. We'll also have investors, partners happy hour. We'll have a speed dating event with investors as well, where you'll get to meet a couple of investors, and you might be able to receive some feedback. We'll have a foreign CEO panel, so other business owners like yourselves that have immigrated to New Jersey and built their company there. So it's a very diverse group of events that we'll be having here during the duration of the program. Now, I wanted to talk about how to apply. So the applications are indeed open. You can go to the link here that I've shared in the chat. I'll share it one more time. And I do want to highlight that the applications close on June 15th at 5 p.m. Eastern time zone. I am highlighting it because we cannot accept anyone that applies afterwards. So it's very important to apply beforehand. And then the program is aimed to start around early fall. So that is a little bit more about the presentation. And now we'll give you some time to type in your questions that you have. If it's too specific of a question, I'll reach out to you separately and answer your questions over email. But please feel free to drop any questions here in the chats. I'm already seeing one question here as well. Is there any connection with the SciTech City, which is also Jersey City? Yes, so we actually work very close together with the New Jersey EDA here, and they are part of all these innovation initiatives throughout New Jersey. We also have some of our colleagues at New Jersey here on the line as well. Great, feel free to type in your questions. Otherwise, I'm happy to go over some questions that we've received throughout the past couple of weeks. One of the big questions we've received was, what is the cost? Do you have to pay to apply? And no, there is no cost involved. You don't have to pay to apply. And once you get accepted, you also don't have to pay for the office space. Now, of course, you might inquire your own personal costs, travel costs, maybe immigration costs, living expenses, etc. But for the exact program itself, there is no cost involved.
Bianca, we have 2 questions if you want to refer to them.
Yes. So the first one is, do the founders have to be based in the UK for the duration of the program? I'm not sure. I think you might mean, oh yeah, in the USA. Thank you so much. Yes, so for the duration of the program, so for the 6-month program, it's a 6-month program in person. We do want you to be there as much as possible. It is a requirement to graduate the program. So we really would love to see you in person as much as possible. Now, if the founders, for example, want to hire somebody, want to hire their first US salesperson, their first customer success person, they can also do that, and they can participate in the program for the founders. So it doesn't have to be the C-level executive. It can also be someone else in your company that joins and participates in the programming. Perfect. Great. And Andrew will also help address, Andrew is our partner at New Jersey EDA, so Andrew is also happy to address any other questions that are specific to New Jersey as well.
Bianca, there's a question. What's the timeline from application to final decision? If you want to maybe go over the application processes again.
Yes, I'll quickly go back here through the process, through the slide here, because this is a very important part as well for you to know what you can expect. So the application closed on June 15th. Then afterwards, we'll have a couple of weeks where we'll score, we'll do the interviews, etc. And we're definitely trying to make decisions, obviously, as fast as we can. But let's say it might take a couple of weeks here to make that final decision. We'll communicate that with you as fast as possible. So once we've had a decision, we'll communicate it with you, and then we have the program start in early autumn. I hope that answered the question.
And then another question, we already have a site in the US, but are planning to expand to New Jersey. Is this program suitable, therefore, Bianca?
Yes. So for this question specifically, it depends, of course, on the criteria. If you're able, it depends on the criteria. Here, the main thing is if your HQ, your headquarters, is not located in the US, you might still be eligible for the application process. So I would definitely recommend you to still apply for the application, and then we'll see on our end if you're eligible for the program itself.
And then do you help in creating the company in the US?
Yeah, that's a very big one and a very important one. So we ourselves are not able to create a company for you. What we do have is, of course, experts and legal help as well to set up your company in the right way. So we'll definitely help you in connecting you with those legal experts that we trust and their service providers on our end. In addition to that, we do have a good overview of the first steps of incorporating, how to get your federal tax ID, how to incorporate in New Jersey, open up your office. We do have a lot of documents already available that will help you and will guide you as best as possible. But for legal questions, etc., we defer to professionals.
Just to add on that, Jose, we will provide a toolkit, and in this toolkit, there will be the best practices of creating the company in New Jersey. So as Bianca mentioned, we're not doing it for you, but we're supporting you and giving you the best ways to do it throughout the full process.
Yes.
And then can we also expect help with government connections? We are in the cyberspace and have been doing government partnerships for scaling public's cyber resilience initiatives.
Yes. So for this specifically, we work very closely together with the New Jersey EDA. So we definitely can introduce you to the right people. Now, just as with business development throughout the program and other introductions like investors, we cannot guarantee any outcome. So that is a very important thing to keep in mind. That will all be up to you, but you'll definitely get the exposure. You'll definitely be able to sit in the same room as government officials. That is definitely a part of the program.
And then one question that is more for Siddhartha or Andrew. Can you shed some light on the grant ecosystem in New Jersey? Andrew, Siddhartha?
I was wondering if Andrew wanted to take that question.
Yeah, he's here. He's here.
There he is.
Can I just repeat that one? Sorry, I missed you.
Can you shed some light on the grant ecosystem in New Jersey?
On the grant ecosystem, yeah, sure. So here at the EDA, we've got about 80 different economic programs, and most of them right now are not grants. One grant in particular is the New Jersey Commission on Science, Innovation, and Technology. So we have a smaller grant. My last understanding is I think it's like a research grant of about something like $60,000 to $100,000 in that range per application or per granted application. It's like a tech partnership between an entity in New Jersey and an entity really anywhere. Beyond that, most of our programs are tax credits or other types of incentives. So less grants, but you never know. It's possible we could see some this year. Siddhartha, if I missed something there, feel free to jump in.
No, I think you covered it. I think it's important to understand for everyone here and even outside in this broader audience that NJ Base is a grant program, and it is essentially inviting you to come and stay and work and play with us in New Jersey, work with our stakeholders. And beyond that, the EDA's role is to create jobs and economic development in the state. And so we focus more on tax credits. Tax credits are a way to incentivize your company to create jobs while getting sort of a lesser tax base over the years. So we work in partnership with companies, and we nurture companies, which takes time.
Great. And you can also find more information on the grants of New Jersey EDA on their website. So I definitely recommend you to take a look there, see what qualifies for your company, see what's a fit. And throughout the program, we'll also identify it on our end and connect you with the right people to make that all possible. So that is definitely a big part of the program as well, that you can access all of these other amazing initiatives by New Jersey EDA. Great. Are there any more questions? I'll wait a minute or two.
Maybe you can cover other questions that founders usually ask.
Sounds good. Let me quickly go through the questions here. Great. So we will send the webinar here after the presentation in the thank you note, so you can access it. And I'll also share my contact information so you can reach out if you have any specific questions for your company. I'm happy to answer anything that's helpful. Amazing. Yes, indeed. The New Jersey team is very helpful. And yes, we will share the webinar itself as well. One question that hasn't been asked here, but we've had a couple of times as well, is do we take equity as part of the program? And the answer is no, we do not take equity. This program is fully funded by the New Jersey EDA, so we do not take equity at all at any point in the program. So that is very beneficial as well for you to know that this program, you won't lose equity when participating. You'll just gain all of these things mentioned beforehand as well. And then most questions, I feel, most general questions that have come up have been answered here so far. Awesome.
People are asking if we can share the video of this webinar after.
Yes, of course. We will share the video of the webinar in the thank you notes that I'll send out later today, just so you can look through it as well. We'll also share the website where you find additional information on the application, etc. And I'm also very happy to connect if you have any specific questions. Very happy to do that as well. So if there are no other questions, I'll give it one more minute or so. Amazing. I feel like we had a good set of questions that apply to a lot of people. So thank you so much for sending over your questions. And thank you so much for joining the webinar and taking time out of your day to sit here to listen in. You can apply by scanning here, or the link is in the chat as well. I'll send over the link once again that you can look through. You can apply directly through the link through our website. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Happy to answer anything that might be of use. So yeah, just quickly as well, the applications are open right now. The deadline is June 15th at 5 p.m. Eastern time zone, and we are sadly not able to accept any late applications. So I definitely encourage you to apply early if you're interested in the program. Thank you again for joining.